Hello everyone, Cloudchief here. I'm going to start my playthrough of Zelda 2. Let's just jump right into it. I actually did a playthrough already of this, but I ended up not having the screen capture software running, and I got really far too. It was a shame. But nothing we can do about that now. I'll just get started going with this. Zelda 2, honestly, I enjoyed this as a kid. For whatever reason, this game was a very unpopular game. And just it wasn't received well. Now, I'm not saying it's as good as Zelda 1 or maybe even some of the other games. I've only ever played Zelda 1, this, and then A Link to the Past. I did not have a Nintendo 64 or even a Wii. I've lived with people who have had Wiis, so I've played different games, but I've never played any of the Zelda games. But, sorry, I'm kind of dealing with a cold. I'm almost over it at this point, but if you hear me cough or anything, that's... Yeah, if you hear me cough or anything, that's the reason why. So, I just really enjoyed this game. I've always just liked platformers and side-scrollers, which is what this really is. It is vastly different from the first Zelda 1, and I think that's why it wasn't received very well, but I still enjoyed it a lot. Now, I'm going in the town right now to get the spell Shield. You can get a spell in every single town, and you need majority of the spells to get through the game. This one just ups your defense, so you just take less damage. So it's very useful. And there we go. And so now I'm going to head out to the first stage and go get the candle. Now, for most of the Zelda games, I play things a little differently. Especially for this game, whenever you drop off one of the crystals, it gives you enough experience so that you automatically reach your next level. And considering the high levels take a lot of XP to go, I wait until I'm almost about to level. Or I wait until I only have 6 levels left to be max level to go drop off all the crystals. So there will be some backtracking, but I personally feel it saves time. So now I'm going through the desert here. Now I'm gonna head down this way. There's actually a heart container. If you saw, I went through the cave near the starting point where Zelda was sleeping for the magic container. And you gotta be careful here. Like a lot of Nintendo games, Link can't really swim. And I'm gonna skip that. I want to keep going to get my attack up first. So, I like how they have this set up. It's kind of like Stonehenge. But now I get to head back and head to the castle to go get the candle. That's the main goal of going through there. The candle actually lights up the caves. I'm sure you saw me go through the 2 caves and it was just pitch black. And you couldn't see anything. Once you have the candle, you can... Ooh, that was a close one. Once you have the candle, you can see through there. You can actually beat the game, and I did it before when I was a kid without getting the candle, but that of course makes it a lot tougher. So, made it to the first palace. And depending on how I go, I might actually go and try and take Horsehead and just jump over. You can jump over where you gotta drop the crystals off. So it might be faster, plus some XP. We'll have to see how it goes. Yeah, I know the blobs respawn. I actually was on YouTube and looking. Someone actually made... Now, it's only this first stage. Doesn't go beyond that, but someone actually made a 3D version of this, which looked interesting. And it, of course, was a lot tougher to deal with. I think a 3D version of this game would be a lot more difficult. And I hate these little bouncy guys. They're in a lot of these stages and they're just annoying. They don't give you any XP. And if they actually hit you, they take away XP. And they just, you know, randomly throw them in there and they just, you know, run through the stages. So, it's annoying. And you got those little skeleton head things. They're a pain in the butt, too. If they actually hit you, they, of course, take your life away, but then also drain your magic. First time you play through, you might actually try and kill them, and you might think that you can't. You actually can kill them, they're just extremely difficult. Well, not difficult, they just take out a lot of hits. And I want to head down there to go get the candle, but I need to go get a key first. So now I just leveled up my attack, which is great. Now I'll do twice as much damage as I normally would. The level of your attack, it all depends. So once it's at 3, it'll be 3 times what it normally was. So, and like I'm sure you saw there, it took away XP. So there's one key. There's another key through here. I think there's the monkey. Yeah. At least I think this thing's a monkey. I'm not really sure. I always thought it was. Throws little bow things, but I'll take life, so now I take, you know, twice as little damage. And I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this episode up. Got a decent bit done for first bit, and we'll be back next time. May you have success in all you do.